for your week 5 exam 1, I have put this information in the folder that will become available as soon as you're able to see this video. And I want you to read the instructions for your test, but I wanted to make this video to kind of clarify some of the things that I'll be grading the mapping portion on. And I gave an example of, for your symbolization, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to put blue river classification over blue territories, because then it's just too much blue and it's not very easy to distinguish what's a river, what's a boundary, and is it part of this territory, is it not. So like I've been harping on this whole time, sounding like a broken record, if you consider your end audience in this hypothetical situation as a group of planners that are looking to spend grant money, that know that they have a lot of data on the area that they're looking to improve, but they have not visualized it, then that's the kind of thing I want you to consider. I want you to consider that you're submitting this map to me, and that I don't know anything about GIS or maps, and I need to see as much as I can, or it needs to be as clear as possible what's what on the map. So from an aesthetics point, if you choose purple and pink and green, this first test, I'm not too worried about that. I don't think that would make a good map in a real setting, but if you want to have some fun with it, it's not that big a deal. I'm not going to mark you off for that. But again, I'll use the example. If you have blue rivers and 3 other things are blue, then that's too much blue and it'll make it a little more difficult to see what's what. So I would mark off a few points for that. If there's anything that you're not sure about, then go ahead and email me. This test is going to be available all week. You only have one chance to do it, but you don't have to do it in one sitting. And I would advise absolutely to start making your map and checking these things off the list. It shouldn't take too long. All these tasks and skills that I'm asking you to do are from certain points and places in the exercises that we've been doing. So you've done this at least once in some form or fashion. And the only thing that was not in the textbook was in the video I made for Chapter 7 about labeling. So you will have to do that and remember what I showed you in the Chapter 7 video. But other than that, everything else is in the book. And there's nothing wrong with looking it up or having it open or Googling something if you're not sure how to work it. That's, I have to do that a lot myself, and so do most people who are GIS technicians or programming professionals. They have to get a lot of help from a lot of different places. So you have all the time you need, absolutely. You have all week. It's not due till next Sunday, the end of week 5. And what you'll do is you'll use the MXD and the map that you're making to answer some questions in this test. And it'll become pretty obvious, I think. But all these questions, you can use ArcMap and the data that I gave you to answer. And then at the end of this test, right here on Blackboard, you will submit the file that you made for your map. And then you submit that and all your test answers, and you're done. And all your data that you need to build this map, I made right here. And it's just a generic, it's stuff that I made up for this hypothetical situation, so it's not too extensive. And there are a lot of implications, and we could go a lot deeper into what might happen, or if you were really planning transportation improvements or infrastructure improvements, what we might actually do in this region. But I'm going to save that for some of our more in-depth spatial analysis, and probably use this same example to build on for the second exam. So what we're doing right now is just focusing on these simple things, reviewing the skills that we've learned on or gone over so far, and that's what the focus of the test is. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, just let me know. But this should be pretty straightforward, I hope, now that I've gone over it a little bit. But if it's not, just let me know. Good luck, and remember, you have all week, so take your time and do a good job.